Si, same team as the first leg. Did it surprise you?
Three more changes again. You've got to keep the lads fresh. I think that was largely our first team, isn't it?
There was talk about Darwin maybe starting this one.
Yeah.
I think that was fan talk.
Because that's what fans do, and they still fall in love with Darwin no matter what.
And the PSG unchanged as well.
PSG's unchanged, but they had 10 changes at the weekend.
Did they really?
Yeah.
So I looked through their pre-Champions League matches, the changes of pre-Champions League matches. And in the games before Champions League, we averaged 3.1 changes. They averaged 7.
Yeah.
It's the huge difference, the massive advantage every country has over England. The Premier League, we still have to trot out our best players because you can be beaten by Southampton.
Yeah. And the Premier League, Premier League doesn't help itself either with the scheduling. We all know this, and
PSG also won it in the first half an hour as well to go
on the weekend.
Destroyed at the weekend, yeah. So not only did the reserves out, they won the game really early on. So
just what happens.
Yeah,
but yeah, they put their first team out, and we can't argue. We put our first team out. That's our first team. We can't argue with our first team being that it's the 7th time these lads have played together.
7th?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big number.
It's a huge number, and the most Klopp ever put out were 4.
Amazing.
Jeez.
I saw a stat on on Anfield Index Discord, and I haven't seen it verified elsewhere, but the last time we won a Champions League home knockout tie was Barcelona 4-0.
That would make sense.
I think it was any knockout, wasn't it?
No, because we won one in the Europa, I think, last year. I think we beat Sparta Prague I think.
The start was big team.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking back because it was Inter was a defeat, wasn't it? Benfica was a draw. Real Madrid was a loss, and then there was another one in there somewhere, I think. Anyway,
Atalanta.
Atalanta, yeah. And then and so anyway. But before we go on to the match itself, Bart, do you want to give us that all-important match summary?
Yeah, I don't know how you want me to do this. Because I really want to know the event data has every period in the game, right? So this has got 5 periods in there. So it's kind of just gone.
Bart, give me a second, right?
You've gone.
Before you lay into the stats, what you said before discussing the Southampton game, right? Is that what we have been discussing in the pod, in our group, is that myself and Dar had a very positive feeling about this performance in this game, but the stats don't back it up. And you had the very opposite feeling about Southampton. It was like we didn't play well, yet we absolutely battered them statistically in all of the statistics.
Yeah.
Is like, how? Isn't that like a fascinating thing about football, that I came away from that game thinking that was one of the 3 best performances of the season. And I was absolutely staggered when I looked at the stats.
You looked at the data.
I had no idea that they outshot us. Bear in mind, I wasn't watching the extra time. Like, forget the extra time bit.
Yeah.
So for the 90 minutes, we still outshot them a little. But the XG was still in their favour. They had more big chances than us. And it blew my mind.
Yeah, this was because I took on board what you guys said. I said, I'll go and rewatch it. And I rewatched it. And then I thought, maybe I'm missing something. So I looked at the stats and I was like, but I'll rewatch it. I have a slightly better opinion than I did when I watched it live. But the date is a really not an odd thing. I think it's just football. I think that's why we love the sport. To be honest with you. But no, the top line stats.
Yeah, you can't give us the top line because it factors in the pen shootout. So I think you're going to have to give it by half at least, aren't we? Should we just do first half and second half?
Yeah, I which one to take?
Because extra time was a bit of a non-event for us after we started making all the subs. We weren't very good.
Yeah, it's true. First half, 50-50. Let's call it 50-50. So I'll get over a point, whatever it is, 0.3% possession. Touches 3-4-1 to 3-3-1. Again, 10 touches, very easy. Put it by touches 20-13. Okay, field till 78-21 in our favour. Total shots 10-7. Shots on target though 4-1 in their favour. Penalty box shots 6 piece. Big chances 1 to us. 3 to them, 1 to us. And they obviously scored the goal. 2.04 XG to 1. Yes, 0.94 of that was their goal, and they also had a 1-0 post shot. So they had 1.86 post shot, but one of that was the goal. We had 0.13 post shot. The bit that I think we said in the first leg was a problem, and I think it's still a bit of a thing in this one, is our threat to XG conversion is still not at our normal levels. There's, all right, fair enough, 359 is a bit of a blow up because of that one goal, but that's still, even if you took that out, there'd still be over 100.
359% conversion.
150%. But I'm just saying, even if you took out that one goal, they would still have a better threat to XG conversion than we did.
Yeah.
Ours is 56.8%.
Yeah.
And we had 80%, nearly 80% field to.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a problem for me. That's showing you that we were in the right areas.
Yeah.
We weren't making the right decision. So yeah, that's the first half. Second half, just skipping down because it's in weird order. They have slightly more possession at 53 to 47. Slightly touches. They have around 50 more touches than we do. Field tilt has decreased to we're at 67 to their 33, so it's gone down for us. Off target, sorry, where's the on target shots? 1 to us to 0 to them. Okay, penalty box shots 7 versus 1 in our favour. XG 0.447 to 1 to them, so that's better for us. And then we've got EPV 1.34 to their
Did you say
0.6.
0.1 to PSG in the second half? 0.1.
0.1, yeah. 0.1.
Yeah, that's a low. That's very low.
So it's low. But again, our threat to XG conversion, only 35% for us, 15% for us for that. Considering our XG is 1.34 and theirs is 0.67. Yeah. What we did with the threat to XG, we should have got a lot more XG. In the second half. I accept that everything else is looking like we played really well, but still that fundamental point is when we're in the final third, we didn't generate the threat we had into XG. So I've got a very good point on this, which we discussed on pod, and I agree with him. So I think that's where we are. The half time, the extra time is, I think the first half of extra time we slightly shade the stats, although again, threat conversion is 17 and theirs is 59 in the first half of extra time. Second half of extra time, I think they completely dominate that. They have 45% threat conversion. We have nothing.
8 shots to 0.
So 8 shots to 0. So I think there's some tails in there. But as we said off pod site, and you can take it away if you want to, our best chance is got to take it off.
Yeah. So we've talked about this many times from Premier League going back 3 years when they started doing that weird thing with the flags when they let people go. That we had a really high XT and XG moment that was ruled out for offside correctly because Diaz was 3 millimeters offside because he's not very bright. And they had a big chance, which was, I don't know, 48%, I think, something like that. Which, if it had gone in, would have been ruled out and would have come off the stats. But because it didn't, it still gets left in the stats because it wasn't given as a free kick. But it was the Kavicha.
It was the Kavicha one in the first half from the I think.
So that skews the XG. What my argument to support, I think we played well and were better than them in this game, is until full time, by which stage we were absolutely out on our feet. And bear in mind how many more of our players had to play at the weekend in a much more important game than theirs, is that we'd had 41 touches in their box. They'd had 17 in ours. We'd had 14 shots in their box. They had 6 in ours. We were much better than them.
Second half, we were tremendous, especially absolutely brilliant. We dominated the whole second half. We controlled the game. We penned them in, and it was only after Trent went off that we lost some flow. Really, about 75 minutes, something like that. Yeah, second half was one of the best. Against a great
from the
team.
moment Trent
Tremendous
went off,
performance.
we only had one shot, wasn't it? We only
I would say from the moment Trent goes off, our game goes like that.
Yeah. And
it's actually a lot earlier than you think, though, as well. It's a lot earlier than you think.
Oh, is it? And then it gets compounded by the other subs as well. Yeah.
It gets compounded by other subs. So I completely agree with what you're saying. We were brilliant second half, but Trent going off is a lot earlier than you think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I just say, I think Trent has played, like, just to evidence what you're saying, that he's played much better recently. This season, his average possession control is -22. But his XT is down a little bit, but not a lot. But his progressive meters per touch is average this season at 5.8, but it was 9 against Southampton, and it was 8.2 against PSG. Like, he's definitely playing better. And all of the off-ball stuff as well. He got dribble past less, winning more. I don't like the duels because it takes into account dribbles of his own as well as against. So if you just dribble past somebody 10 times, you get 10 duels, and people think duels are defensive. And so that's why I don't think it tells the story it pretends to tell. If they just invent a different name for it, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
So
maybe they need to split it into offensive duels and defensive duels. But anyway,
that would make so much more difference.
Yeah.
Or just keep it as dribbles, and then not.
And you could, and also qualify where maybe the foul is in the offensive, when an offensive type foul or a defensive type foul as well. That would be nice.
They've got that.
Have they?
That's in the code. Yeah, you just don't see a lot published.
Yeah, no. It will make a ton of difference. My point. I think the best player on the pitch, even though they got lauded, their midfield got absolutely lauded with genius, and Dembele does as well. But Dembele just ended up, I don't think he was great at all. I think he ended up scoring. I didn't even realise it was him scoring because we're at the other end. And if you're a worldwide listener who's never been to Anfield, if you're on the cop, you can't see what happens at the other end. It's just like stuff happens. You have no idea what the depth of anything is. There's a cross goes in the box. It could go in. You've no idea until somebody cheers. Anyway, Mac was absolutely unbelievable in this game and against Southampton. He was unbelievable. His progressive meters per touch is off the chart. He had the highest XT per 100 touches as well. His possession control was phenomenal in both games, was the best in the midfield in both games. He is the one dictating tempo. He covered 14, how much did he get? 14.6k in this game.
He had almost 1 EPV created. That's a big number.
Nearly 28% of our EPV created.
Absolutely
unbelievable.
The moment that I would like, we've talked about game state all season, right? I think there is a moment that you can dip even more granularly, but beyond great game state, in that if you can create your biggest chances for your best players, that's the next level of this, right? So in game state, if you're going to allow 2 shots in a game, if you allow their terrible left back those 2 shots, that's an added level of you controlling the game. And if you can manage to make sure that your biggest chances are going to your best player, there's something extra about your process. And in the first 6 minutes of this game, Mo got 2 phenomenal chances, and the second of one was it might have been the goal of the season if he'd have scored. Between Zobo and Mac, their interchange on the edge of the box, slipping in Mo was unbelievable.
You rightly called out Alexis McAllister, but we do have to add, I think, Dominic Szoboszlai as well, because he was tremendous in this match as well. And some of the recovery runs he made, and especially in the first half. And can I just say, he had a possession control of 0 for the attacking midfielder against PSG in a game like this to have a possession control of 0. That is something else. And Max was also 0.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. They were brilliant.
So those... Right, the Reds, it's Jack here, and that was a clip from one of Anfield Index's audio podcasts. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you do like, share, and subscribe to keep up to date on all things LFC. We record around 100 audio podcasts every month, with our shows featuring match-going fans, top journalists, professional analysts, and even Liverpool legends along the way. With the great Dane himself, Jan Molby, joining us every single week. If you want to listen to all our podcasts for free, head over to anfieldindex.com/podcasts. Our audio shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Anfield Index. Or if you prefer to listen to all our podcasts in full and without any ads, why not head over to AI Pro today to check it out now at AnfieldIndexPro.com. If you want to get involved in the great growing community of Liverpool fans, check out the Anfield Index Discord. The link is in the description. Do get involved with that from Reds around every corner of the globe. For now, Reds, hope you enjoyed this video.